Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are making slime. Sorry to bother any 7-year-olds, but this is not the slime you think of. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry, I got really nervous there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making slime for my weird backdrop thing that I made for whatever reason. And we're gonna be making it. I don't know. I'm so nervous. This is going so fast. Just enjoy the music and what's on the TV screen. Okay, bye! Okay, hi, I'm back. Sorry I got nervous earlier. So I'm making things with the paper, the newspaper, paper mache stuff. We're ripping it very angrily. We already got flour on the goodies. I mean, things are just rolling through. We're happy, we're smiling, we're just having a gay old time. Here, I put some newspaper on to like make it more 3D, and this is embarrassing. Okay, and then then I layered over the newspaper on that. Oh my god. Ew. Today I went for a nice shoulder padded look. I want to be a shoulder padded powerhouse for the finale of this video. Oh, go down in Acapulco if you stay too long. Anyway, today we are going to be painting slime. I'm gonna start off with some medium green. Okay, before I go on any further, I just wanted to make it very clear that I did not go to art school, and I think that's very obvious already. I mean, I took a couple art classes in school, and there was like this cool coffee shop that I used to go to when I was younger. That was cool, but I didn't really learn anything because they were old people. You had to choose from what they've already determined that you would learn from, which is just, it's not my thing. I enjoy creative freedom. I think rules are stupid, but now I do see how it's necessary to kind of get the gist of things like anatomy and learning to like paint a prime color. Oh wow, okay, I apologize if you are an actual artist who did go to art school and you're like, what are you talking about right now? But this is not serious, and if you are a person who needs a lot of rules to get by in life, I am not for you, honey. So just go. Oh, look at that. Okay, look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, I'm just gonna start painting here, and we'll just chat. We'll just have a good time. Go down in Acapulco. You know, there are so many things that I stressed about when it came to being an artist, which now it's like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Like, what do you have to do to be an artist? Do you have to go to school? Does somebody have to tell you that you're an artist? Do you have to tell other people that you're an artist? Do you have to make a lot of money? Do you have to even make money at all? That's just something I always struggled with. I thought I put a bunch of rules down. I would never do this. I would never show anyone anything. I don't know why. Probably because it came from the inside, and if people judge my insides, oh my god, where would I be? Because, hell, I mean, it's pretty obvious I have been judged from the outside quite often. I mean, being an overweight, outspoken young lady who really enjoys Bob Seger, believe it or not, is not something that is looked high upon in society. But I mean, it could be worse. I'm trying not to like look down. I don't want a bad angle here. But like all I am right now is bad angles. Oh me, oh my. Also, that's another thing. Okay, number one, what does it take to be an artist? Number two, what does it take to be comfortable with yourself and to love yourself and to not hate everything about yourself, especially when it comes to looks? If I can make videos showing my art and showing all of my chins, I mean, I'm pretty sure we would call this a breakthrough, and also like cool. I did wake up in the past a couple of years ago and was like, I'm just gonna practice my artwork and get better just for me, you know, for my own sanity. I'm bored. I got really bored of life. Okay, I had a job that I hated, and it was just so repetitive and gross. I'm not that person at all. And I was like, I think I subconsciously was just like, all right, time to die. And I slowly started dying. I mean, it's a joke, but it's true, but it is. And then something snapped in me and was like, you know what? There's gotta be, after hearing enough people, vulnerable people telling their stories and like just trying to fight through all the pain and just trying to get to shoulder pads as quickly as possible, you know? That's why I think it is so important to share your stories. I used to be really against people sharing their lives on the internet, and like, oh God, another picture of your baby. Oh my God. But it's important. It's very important. It's important to see the real side of you. I mean, you can make yourself anything you want to be on the internet, which is also a great luxury. And also you can create whatever you want in your own life. I used to hear people talk about these things before when I was slowly dying and hated everything, and I was like, oh, shut up. Maybe for you. I would get so annoyed by those people. I hated everything. I didn't trust anything. I hated everything. I mean, not everything, but most things. I had a lot of anger inside. And now it's just like silly. And I realized that, to get back to my point, that by hearing other people's stories, it was indeed possible for me to do what I wanted to do in life without rules or without limitations. She needs some milk. I'm just gonna keep rambling. I don't know where my thoughts are going. I don't keep up with them. Okay, we have a clog here, people. Wow. Oh, but what I was saying, so people's stories, how people's stories are important. Important. I say words very strange. It is important to me. I believe it is important because it teaches other people there is just an unlimited amount of options for everyone. And I have personally found, I have clean swept my Instagram. I only want like fun, pretty things, funny people. I only want things that inspire me. That has helped me a lot the past couple years, because you would go on there and, you know, why are you following a bunch of people who piss you off, or like people who are already pissed off? And then that really does affect your mood and of how you see the world. Right now, we still do have options of what we want to choose to look at on the internet. I don't think that will ever change. You always have the option of what you look at. I used to get really nervous and paranoid about the internet and wanting to share too much of my life, which I don't even share that much, but I'm not saying you need to share like every little thing. It's up to you. But at the same time, beating yourself up for sharing feelings is dumb, because all your feelings are valid. And I think my generation and the generation after me are really struggling with where to put all their emotions. Like, it's like we share everything all the time now, and yet we feel, well, I see and I felt that it was like taboo to share too much. Everyone wants you to shut up, yet everyone won't shut up. Wow. I'm like so profound right now. I used to beat myself up for sharing too much. I used to hold a lot inside, and I would only let like anger and just weird stuff come out. And now I understand, by doing this, by making my art, by just creating my own world, I'm also able to share that and tell people that it's okay to have fun. I don't know, man. I mean, I could get real deep on this stuff, but it's a nice day outside. I'm painting slime that really I don't think anybody would care about, but I care about it a lot, so I feel good. And I think it's okay to feel good. Now I'm just like, I just want to have fun. I'm gonna go sing to horses. I'm gonna go out in nature. I'm gonna paint some weird backdrop thing, and I'm gonna make YouTube videos. I want to talk about these things, but also like I'm still trying to find, I'm still dealing with it. But I think it's more important now, because you hear people who go through all this and they're like, everything's great now. It's like, but what about your bad days? Again, that's why I think it's important to share, because I used to see artists. I thought you had to be depressed if you wanted to be an artist. I thought you had to do drugs and be depressed and drink. Now I look back at the artists that I loved growing up and I'm like, you were a pussy. You were a coward. Yeah, you got your art out and you were able to express yourself, but at the same time, you repressed yourself because you were drunk and doing drugs all the time and being an angry little asshole. Now, to me, it's just so dumb to depressed all the time and to think that I need to harm myself to be an artist. I'm also getting older and like wiser, and these shoulder pads definitely help. I feel really good in old lady clothes. So now I think it's important to show people what makes you happy. And don't look at other people like I have to do exactly what they're doing in order to be happy. But you should try things out. You should try a bunch of different things out, because that's the only way you're gonna find out. Right? Am I right? Dude, I have talked about like 5 different things now. Are my lips chapped? Oh no. I don't know what I was talking about. What's important? What is important is that you do what you want, and you want what you do. Yeah. I'm still telling myself I figured it out, and yet I'm figuring it out. It is never a done process, okay? Once the shoulder pads are on, that doesn't mean it's it for you. There's gonna be more to do. Okay? You will be going down in Nocapoca going loco. There are things that are important, I cannot say that word. There are things that are important, I can't talk! And there are things that aren't important. That is entirely up to you, as it is entirely up to me. Because you painting slime in your free time and rhyming, I mean, that's my thing. Singing songs to horses, that's my thing. But just because that's my thing, don't mean it can't be your thing, you know? Wow. So Mr. Rogersy's over here. So I went on to finish painting the slime and just rambling a whole lot. I could go on forever about these things, but we don't need that long of a video, do we? I got really Mr. Rogersy, and I went on to find a book that I had of his, and let's finish this bitch off with a quote, okay? Here you go. I actually have a Mr. Rogers book that I'm gonna pull a quote out of. Yeah, we're gonna do this every video, okay? I'm either gonna quote something, or a movie or something, or a documentary. So we're just gonna open, ready? Often when you think you're at the end of something, whoa, I'm sorry, was I not just talking about endings? Often when you think you're at the end of something, you're at the beginning of something else. I felt that many times. My hope for all of us is that the miles we go before we sleep will be filled with all the feelings that come from deep caring, delight, sadness, joy, wisdom, and that in all the endings of our life we will be able to see the new beginnings. I would drop the book, but there's paint underneath. Now I'm going to read the other one. When I was a boy, I used to think strong meant having big muscles, great physical power. But the longer I live, the more I realize that real strength has much more to do with what is not seen. Real strength has to do with helping others. Okay. Everything does have meaning. I also want you to know that, and you're a dumbass if you don't think that. But even if you're a dumbass, you're still a good person. There's still time. There's always time. Don't ever forget that. Don't give up. Don't commit suicide. Just keep going. That got deep real quick, but that's a real issue in this world, and I mean, come on. Let's stop being a dumbass. We can talk about these things. It's okay. All right, I'm Mr. Rogers now. Goodbye.